Islands like Siargao in the Philippines are amazing places to live. As you have seen in my previous videos, it's just so beautiful, the greatest lifestyle, and the people are really amazing here. But how expensive is it? In this video I will show you exactly how everything costs here, like accommodation, scooter, food, groceries, activities, different kind of trips, partying, going out, drinking. So you will know how much it would cost to live here for you and if it's still worth to come here. And this video is sponsored by SafetyWing, the best travel insurance for nomads and travelers, but more on them later. I just came here to Siargao this morning for morning coffee. It's actually really good and just amazing scenery. And yeah, like nice coffee here is usually like $2 to $3. And of course local places are more cheap. I don't drink coffee every day these days. I try to avoid it as much as I can actually. But yeah, I will finish my coffee now and then I show you my new homestay where I'm staying and how are the accommodation prices here. Siargao is not the cheapest place in the Philippines for sure, but it's also not the most expensive. It's kind of like somewhere like average place. So it's a good example how much it costs to live in the Philippines, but also like, in my opinion, if I would live long term in Philippines, definitely Siargao is the #1 spot. I don't know any other place that would be as good for long stay. And also for travel, it's just the best ever. And yeah, I'm staying here for 2 months, so I'm basically paying monthly price for everything. For example, the scooter, I need to pay over $100 per month, which is really expensive for small scooters. It's not the cheapest place to rent scooters generally. But yeah, if you're staying longer, you can basically get way cheaper price for everything. For example, my friend who was staying here for over like 6 months, he bought the scooter when he arrived. And just before he left, he sold it for the same price. In that case, you can get the scooter very cheaply. You need to only pay for the gas basically, which is like $10 per month. It's pretty cheap here, so super affordable. But now let's get home, and if you're liking the video so far, please like the video and subscribe to not miss the next ones. And now I will give you a tour of my new accommodation and talk more about the prices generally when it comes to accommodation in the Philippines. This place is a little bit nicer than the previous one. It's bigger, there's many rooms, there's even rooftop I will show you next, and a couple of little pools that of course I never use, as always. But the best thing about this place is that the location is like super nice, so it's kind of like close to everything, and they have really cute cats here also. And this is the rooftop. It's not the prettiest ever, but it has been very nice because I can watch the sunset from here, so I don't need to go every day somewhere if I don't feel like it. And also just in the mornings, it's very nice to come just chill here, get some sun, and you know. And by the way, I just launched my new online course video guide, Southeast Asia Stays. So if you're coming to Southeast Asia, you're gonna stay in many of the places where I usually stay and show in my videos. I make a guide that provides basically all the information you need to know about the visas and best areas to stay and best Airbnbs and best hotels and how to get the cheapest prices and everything. So it's in pre-order now, so you get $100 off if you order now, and there's already some content there. But yeah, I will show the room now. I actually used to stay here on this level, but there was some problems there, like it was so extremely hot. But I actually got so lucky because this room is so much better than the previous. I guess it's normally more expensive also, but now I got it with the same price, which is still very expensive, but this is how it is. It's way more comfortable than most of the places I tried staying here, but there's still many little problems even here, like the AC. It's good AC, but it's either very cold or it's very hot. There's nothing in between, and the bed is not the most comfortable, and just generally like it's just not that good like for long term. It's not that comfortable. The Wi-Fi is very unstable, but when it works well, it's okay speed like this. So not too bad, not too good. The workstation here is not too comfortable, but it's fine. And what I pay here is $1,120 from Airbnb for the original room. So if you would book this one like directly from them, I would think it's pretty much the same price what I paid. But yeah, a little bit more expensive than the previous place that was clearly more cheap, especially if you book it directly from them, but there was also like even more problems. I would say that this is definitely more comfortable for long term, but that one was actually pretty nice, like compared to the other places. I also stayed here last year and before, but especially if you're staying here long term and you book something from like you find from Facebook groups or just know someone who has a place, it can be even for like $300 to $600 per month. But what I see in Philippines, any island or Manila, that the quality of the accommodation is just not so good. Like it's lower level than anywhere else in Southeast Asia, especially comparing to Western standards. And in every place there's of course also places that are super nice, like hotels and villas and guest houses that are more high quality, but then the prices are very very high because of course like there's not many places like that, so then they can ask a lot of money. So comparing to the other countries, it's not ideal here for sure. For me, in Thailand, Vietnam especially, and in Bali, like I can always find something that is comfortable and decent price, but here it's a little bit tricky. Okay, let's talk about food. I came to Vedia for lunch. It's pretty average like price for this place in Philippines and Siargao. Philippines generally is not the cheapest place for food, it's not the best place for food, but here it's pretty okay. Like it's 200 for the main dish, and I usually just eat this, but today I also took protein smoothie, is 230, so not too bad. And generally it's like $3.40 to $6 for a main dish here, and I have found this year some amazing food here, so it's definitely like it's pretty nice these days. It's really good here. This like sisig is local food, but it's like a plant-based version here. Of course, the actual local food is way cheaper than in Western cafes, but what I hear from my friends at the local restaurants offer usually, like when it comes to meats and stuff, it's not the best quality. And when it comes to ordering food, of course, like staying longer, at least I really like to order, especially in the evenings a lot of the time. So there is no app here for ordering like Grab or anything, which is a bummer. It would be so much cheaper and easier. But there's a website, Siargao Delivery, so you can see the menus of the restaurants that are included there. And yeah, the cost is like 100 peso for delivery, so it's okay, but not the best. So I eat twice a day and I don't really try to budget my food too much. I just want to enjoy it as much as possible. So for me, it's like $450 to $600 per month here. So pretty much like average price in Southeast Asia, not too bad. And when it comes to groceries, the grocery stores are not the best here at all. Like it's really small and local, so I can't really even find most of the things I would like to buy from there. So I only buy like Gatorades and apples and stuff like that, so not too much. So for me it's like $50 per month addition to the restaurants. There's so much to see around Siargao, so many places to explore. Today we came with friends to Makupunko, like natural swimming pools. It's really insane. It's so nice, it's so clear. There's even some little fish, a lot of them here. Look at this. This is the paradise. It's so crazy how many different kind of spots are around Siargao. There's so much to explore. It's really perfect place to explore, drive around, boat trips and everything. And most of them, like a lot of them, you don't need to even pay anything, so it's free. Here it's 65 peso entrance fee, so quite affordable, doesn't cost much. And yeah, boat trips also are quite affordable, especially if you share with friends, and it's so amazing to do island hopping here. It's like one of the best island hoppings in the world. And exploring and island hopping is still quite affordable, even if you go like every week when you live here. So that's definitely amazing here. And if you are working here and you need a good Wi-Fi that is reliable, it can be a little bit difficult to find accommodation that offers that. So in that case, you probably need to use the co-working spaces a lot. I only need it sometimes, so I've been checking out. There's basically two options for co-working. This place called Coco Space. This is actually really amazing. It seems like it's brand new place, middle of like a countryside. It's not too far away, just a little bit further away to drive, so not too bad, and it's just so peaceful here. They have rooftop where they do sometimes yoga and breath work and stuff, they said, and generally the co-working space is just so beautiful, like so well designed and just a good space. Like I feel very productive here. Like it's a nice place with the amazing view to work with. So this one is definitely like 10 out of 10, I would say, like really amazing. And the prices are not the most expensive, but not the cheapest. You can see here it's pretty decent, but of course, if you need it for the whole month, then it can add a little bit cost. But also the other option is in Cloud9, so closer to all the accommodation, and it's called Alter Space. And that's a little bit cheaper, and you can even pay like per hour. So in my case, if I need to upload a YouTube video, I could go there for just a few hours and get everything done and pay only for that. So that's pretty nice, but it's really small place. It's not like this, but it's still pretty decent. I know some people who work there a lot. And before I talk about the cost of activities, gyms, partying, drinks and all stuff like that, events, I just want to remind you about very important monthly cost. That is extra cost, but it's very important to have, and it's travel medical insurance, because as you know, there's a lot that can happen when you travel Southeast Asia, and the hospitals can be very expensive. Personally, I've been to hospital a few times during my years. It's a must have, and I couldn't recommend SafetyWing more. Everything just works so seamlessly. It can be purchased when already traveling, and it's extremely flexible, just like a subscription. And there's no cap on the duration of the travel. While the coverage also includes personal liability, travel delays, lost luggage, evacuation, trip interruption, and more. They also have add-ons like action sports and electronic theft. One reason I love SafetyWing so much all these years is that they're actually improving the service all the time based on the feedback of the users. For example, recently they just changed their policy to be zero deductible, which is amazing. Now you no longer need to pay any deductible, so your coverage kicks in immediately without any out-of-pocket cost. So click the first link in the description to join SafetyWing now and enjoy peace of mind during your travels. But now back to the video. So what about the cost of all the activities and fitness stuff here in the Philippines and in Siargao? I will talk about it now. I came to this new ice bath chooser place today to do ice bath finally here in Siargao. So let's start with the ginger shot. Okay, that was nice next to the ice bath. But yeah, the prices here, basically there's no gyms, like proper gyms with ice baths and saunas here in Siargao, unfortunately. But there's gyms, I will talk about it later, and also this place and some other places that has ice bath. And saunas are coming also soon to a few places, but now this place is still the best place for ice bath. It's nice to see that all this like health recovery stuff is coming more to Siargao also. The prices are fine, especially for like if you take like 20 pass, then it's quite affordable. And yeah, one thing also, paddle, you know I love to do paddle. It is coming here in Siargao, maybe next year, who knows when it's ready, but there is one place coming soon. So the activities are definitely like coming more and more, but the main thing to do here is of course surfing. There's so many different spots to do surfing, and it's like $5 for 2 hours. Board rental, so it's okay price, and of course if you stay long term and you surf a lot, you can rent your own board or buy your own board, so it can be way more affordable that way. And there's some yoga places also, it's like $8.50 for one class, so a little bit expensive, but it's still fine. And yeah, the only proper gym I found here like for weightlifting is Escapo. It was $5 for a day pass and $34 for a month. So it's not so expensive, but it's just super small. They were missing a lot of the machines I usually use and just very hot inside. It just wasn't the best experience, but at least there's one proper gym, because the other ones are more like CrossFit style gyms with classes and stuff and not so many machines. Yeah, it's really cold. Whew. Holy moly. It's one of the coldest ice baths I've ever been to. So they do it well here. And the total cost of activities per month, of course, depends a lot, like how many things you do. And I also do like ping pong and going to the beach and stuff like that. That is free. So for me, it's like $50 to $100 per month for all the activities, so not too bad. Oh, feels good to be in the sun after that. It was very cold, and even without sauna, there is luckily the natural sauna, so not too bad. I came to Barrel for weekly trivia night. It's really fun every Tuesday, and there's so many parties every day, everywhere. There's so much going on, so many events, and the drink prices, they're pretty cheap. Red Horse is the main beer to drink here, and it's only 100 peso maximum for a bottle, and it's strong. So pretty good, not so expensive, and there's never like an entrance fee to any of the places, like even the biggest like party places and clubs, kinda. There's no entrance fee, even when there's like fire show in Siargao Beach Club or like foam party or anything, there's no entrance fee. So just drinks, and even like any drinks are quite affordable here. So definitely it's not too pricey. And I put to the screen now all the like other like random costs that of course happens every now and then, so you can see every cost here. But yeah, generally I would say that Siargao and Philippines is still like a pretty average price for everything in Southeast Asia. Not the cheapest, not the most expensive. The accommodation is the biggest problem. If you can find something that is a little bit more affordable, like in your budget, something nice, then you can definitely like live under $1,250 per month here. But yeah, the accommodation is the only struggle. I hope you got value out of this video. You can check my other Philippines videos over here. See you next week.